Который час? Сколько сейчас времени? Давайте вспомним числительные. Повторите, пожалуйста. Первый, второй, третий, четвертый, пятый, шестой, седьмой, восьмой, девятый, десятый, 11, 12. Давайте вспомним то, что мы знаем. Сколько сейчас времени? Который час? Сейчас час. Сейчас 2 часа. 3 часа. 4 часа. Сейчас 5 часов. 8 часов. 11 часов. И если мы хотим сказать именно когда, у нас вот эти слова. Утра, дня, вечера, ночи. Например, лекция будет в 7 часов вечера. Сейчас новая тема. Давайте посмотрим. Сколько сейчас времени? Сейчас 9:30. Сейчас 9:30. Сколько сейчас времени? Сейчас 15 минут 10. Сейчас 9:45. Который час? Сейчас 21 минута 2. Который час? Сейчас 10 минут 11. Сколько сейчас времени? Сейчас 24 минуты 12. Который час? Сейчас 9 минут 11. Did you understand the rules? Can you pick the right time for this description? Which of these is correct for this description? Сейчас 20 минут 7. If you picked this one, you were right. 20 minutes of the 7th hour. So in the first half of the hour, what we do is we count minutes of the next hour. We use the normal number plus minuta, minuti, or minut, depending on the number, and then plus the ordinal number of the next hour in the genitive case. I know that sounds kind of confusing, so let's break it down with an example. 6:10 will say, it is 10 minutes of the 7th hour. So we use the normal number, сейчас 10, and here we chose minut. Why? Because of 10. Genitive plural after 10. So when will we have minuta? Only with одна or 21. When will we have minuty? With 2, 3, 4. Или 22, 23, 24. All others will be minut. So most often, almost all the time, you'll use minut, especially because people tend to round off on times. So сейчас 10 минут, and then the next hour in the genitive case, the ordinal number, 7. Сейчас 10 минут 7. You probably noticed we have alternative words for 15, четверть, which means quarter, and for half, половина or pull. Let's try a few. The first one, let's try together, then pause and try it yourself and check it. Press play when you're ready to check it. 5:10. So we'll say it is 10 minutes of the 6th hour. Сейчас 10 минут 6. Pause and try them yourself. Хорошо, посмотрим на 2. Сейчас 1:04. Или сейчас 15 минут 1. Right? So right now it is 1/4 of the 1st hour, or you can say 15 minutes of the 1st hour. It's got to be towards the next number. Посмотрим на 3. Сейчас 20 минут 11. 20 minutes of the 11th hour. 4. Сейчас 2 минуты 4. So even though it's 3 something, in Russian we're always counting towards the next hour. So it's 2 minutes of the 4th hour. Опять. Сейчас половина 9. Сейчас 8:30. Half of the 9th hour. Хорошо, давайте посмотрим, сколько сейчас времени. Сейчас без 10:02. Сколько сейчас времени? Сейчас без 4:07. Сейчас без 15:07. Сколько сейчас времени? Сейчас без 24. Который час? Сейчас без 6:02. Который час? Сейчас без 12:03. So did you understand the rules for this one? See if you can pick the right one here for this description. Сейчас без 10:09. Did you get it right? Again, we're counting towards the next hour. And in this case, we say, right now it is without 10:09. So 9 hours without 10 minutes. So you're taking the next hour minus a certain number of minutes. You use без and plus the number in genitive, and then the normal number of the next hour nominative. Again, I know that sounds confusing. Let's take an example. So 6:50 will say it is 7 without 10. Сейчас без 10:07. The genitive case of the numbers, most of them, if you notice, are ending in E. The only exceptions are 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, since most of the time people round off, most of the time you'll use the E ending. If you have to be really specific, like 1 till or something like that, then you have to use одной, двух, трех, четырех. But after these, then they're all E. Пяти, шести, семи, восьми, девяти, десяти. Notice that for 25, we have to put both of them into genitive. So, без 25. Let's try a few. Here, with number 1, we have, it is 3 without 10. Сейчас без 10:03. Pause and try the rest of these and then check it. Хорошо, 2. Давайте посмотрим на 2. Сейчас без 4:08. Или сейчас без 15:08. So here it's 8 o'clock without a quarter, or 8 o'clock without 15. Попробуем 3. Сейчас без 25:10. It's 10 without 25. Посмотрим на 4. Сейчас без 5:05. It's 5 without 5. И 5. Сейчас без 1:12. It's 12 without 1 minute. You might remember part of this from learning the time on the hour before. When we want to say a time when something happens, we'll put v with it. Лекция начинается в 5 часов. And we must put this v in when we're talking about on the hour or on the half hour, like here. Лекция начинается в половине шестого. Notice половина comes into the prepositional. However, when we get off of the hour or half hour, and if we look at this example here, we have a choice. So we can say either лекция начинается в 20 минут шестого or лекция начинается 20 минут шестого without v. Either one is correct. In these two examples, you must use the v. In this example, you can use either one. So on the hour must have v. On the half hour must have v. Others in the first half of the hour, you choose. When it's in the last half of the hour, like this one though, you cannot use v. So лекция начинается без 26. So here, since we can't have two prepositions right next to each other, без and v aren't allowed to be right next to each other. Here, we cannot have v. Because most of the time people round off to 5s. For your test, you should know on the 5s only. So that means like 12:05, 12:10, 12:15, 12:20, etc.